How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. Apparently, Joe Biden said some pretty racisty remarks regarding some Hispanic people and tacos and stuff like that. And being your resident libertarian, conservative leaning uh, brown guy, apparently that gives me the authority to go ahead and speak on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my opinions on that whole fiasco that went down or whatever, and then we're also gonna watch a couple clips of some Hunter Biden stuff from that treasure trove of a laptop that is the laptop from hell, which is also now brought about the iPhone from hell, which is again a treasure trove of great stuff. It's pretty interesting stuff going on with the images and all the stuff coming out from this. But as always, you guys, before we get into that, let's get into this.
The diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio, is your strength.
Right! You can get this stuff at little corner stores called bodegas. Say it with me. Bodegas. Yes, very good.
Okay, so of course, the first thing that we noticed, the first thing everyone's saying is, the bodegas, the bodegas. What the fuck are bodegas, bro? All right, say it with me now, bodegas. I'm not even fucking from that region of America. I'm a southwestern United States Hispanic, aka a Mexican. At least that's my heritage. Fucking first and foremost, I'm an American. Right? American all day long. But since race and issues like that is the biggest fucking defining factor in America these days, the color of your skin is the most important thing to everybody nowadays. I guess by fucking heritage, I am fucking what you would call Mexican. Okay, so that being said, I don't know. I personally am not offended. I'm not fucking offended, I don't care. I don't know what the fuck breakfast tacos are. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, what is that, like something they just came out with, that fucking Taco Bell? In which case, that ain't fucking Mexican, right? I don't know. Fucking, I mean, I guess the whole fucking Hispanic community is raving about it and stuff like that. The National Association of Hispanic Journalists and stuff like that, came out with the whole fucking, we are not tacos. Yeah, well, no shit. But at the same time, I don't want to sound like I'm fucking in defense of Joe Biden, but at the same time, I'm just in defense of fucking quit being so goddamn offended by every fucking thing that happens, but by every fucking thing everybody says. I miss the fucking the days of fucking racist jokes. I miss that shit because that shit's fucking hilarious. And a lot of it has some fucking truth to it, but ultimately fucking, racist jokes and stuff like that. You talk about fucking Hispanic people, you talk about the color of my skin. I don't give a shit. It's fucking funny, it's some funny shit, fucking, I don't give a shit. I talk about fucking white people too. I talk about, fucking black people. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Fucking racism is fucking funny. It's fucking comedy. It's not always necessarily generally true about every single person. Fucking stereotypes and stuff like that aren't generally true, but generally they do have some kind of fucking truth to them for the most part, right? But, that, like I said, I'm not offended, but like I said, the fucking National Association of Hispanic Journalists were very, very offended. But then again, we've been seeing a large movement from the Hispanic community going from the Democratic Party to basically jumping to the Republican Party now. But basically, Hispanic people, like older Hispanic stuff like that, they're generally conservative minded. They're just not, like Republican or whatever. They've just been voting Democrat for their entire lives and stuff like that. So that's what the fuck they vote for. But generally, they're pretty conservative people. All this fucking like woke fucking trans community, fucking everyone should be gay to an extent, this and that type shit. They're not really on board with it, you guys. I don't know. Like I say, fucking, I am highly Americanized, as if you guys haven't noticed, right? But that being said, I guess fucking if you want to break it down to fucking, if you want to break it down to nature over nurture and stuff like that, I guess you got to say to an extent, I'm a brown dude, or I'm a Mexican dude or whatever. I guess I have those type of tendencies to an extent. If that means I like working in the sun all day, that means I like fucking, busting my ass for fucking, whatever fucking pay I make. I guess, yeah, that pretty much describes me, I guess. If that means I like to fucking smoke weed on the regular, fucking after a hard day's work, well, you can definitely tell from my show that absolutely describes me. But as I said, I'm not offended. Fucking, like I say, a lot of these stereotypes to an extent, they're pretty true. I'm a personal believer of nurture over nature. Basically, I believe you're a product of your environment. Like I say, I'm highly Americanized. I grew up in the deserts of the Southwest, Arizona and stuff like that, and I'm I grew up around horses and stuff like that, and that's the type of person that I am. Like I say, I believe it's nurture over nature. I believe you're a product in your environment. I don't believe your skin color really dictates much about you. As you can see, they're basically being brown. I'm still basically labeled a white supremacist just because of the fact that I'm not on board with the whole Democratic Party woke fucking, all this bullshit, right? But still, and because I preach fucking liberty and fucking thinking for yourself and being an upstanding conservative, decent human being. That apparently to some people will make me a white supremacist. But either, I don't give a shit. I stand up for what I believe is right, and that's what it is. So let's go ahead and get on to the old Hunter Biddens, because that's been a treasure trove of fucking shit. Like I've been saying, I think that's my fifth time saying the word treasure trove, but it truly is, man. It's some amazing stuff. So a lot of this stuff did get deleted pretty quickly. Even on Truth Social, I was looking, and I would figure, Truth Social, because the moment it fucking hit, you were seeing fucking peneyes, you were seeing boobs, you were seeing all kinds of these X-rated, oh my god, images come out, and then as soon as you go to try and record or something like that, like they're gone, they're gone. Like I say, even from Truth Social. So this whole censorship stuff, it's far-reaching. It's pretty crazy stuff. But let's go ahead and check out some of the clips.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 crack commandments. Wow. Man can't tell me nothing about this coke. Can't tell me nothing about this crack, this weed, and my hustling niggas. Niggas on the corner, I ain't forget you niggas. My triple B niggas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I just weighed out the bag. It's 2.06.
2.07 without the bag.
So how long is
2 point.
By the way, there's a lot of crack. I mean, I'm no crack aficionado, ladies and gentlemen, but that does not look like a small amount of crack.
Well, luckily for you people, with about a good decade of drug use under my belt, even resulting in me going to prison, things like that, I am clean and sober now. Once I had my kids and stuff like that, completely changed my life. I became a responsible, upstanding citizen, but I do still have that past, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But like I said, luckily for you guys do have a resident drug expert right here. And so I've been seeing a lot of people, talk about this. Even on Timcast, they're trying to say, oh, that's not crack, it's meth. Like, no, it's crack. I'll go ahead and verify it's crack. It's, some relatively clean crack, as you would kind of expect, the vice president's son to be smoking. He's probably not smoking, some dirty stuff that came out of someone's butthole or something that someone was holding up, cheeked up in their gums or something like that. He's probably smoking the top of the line shit that the CIA was fucking sending out to fucking black neighborhoods and shit like that. He ain't smoking some duff. He ain't smoking some garbage, people. But at the same time, Ben Shapiro just said, like, oh, this looks like a whole bunch and stuff like that. So this is where I really kind of had my whole argument with everybody. It's the weights that everyone's saying, like even Dan Bongino. Like, check out Dan Bongino.
how do we describe this video? Is this the Hunter Biden weighing crack and debating with another hooker in the room, or what we think is a hooker in the room, debating the weight of it's 21 ounces of crack? No, it's 20.7 ounces of crack. I mean, what else is out there? How much worse is this going to get?
Right? See, ounces. Those are not ounces. Those are clearly grams. And at the same time, even that scale is fucking off because that's right. So, Joe Biden or Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, right? Hunter Biden is over here trying to say like, oh no, it's 2.6, 2 point whatever, blah blah blah. And then at the same time, the scale is saying 20.7. Right, so everything's off. Me being, like I say, your resident drug expert here, fucking, I'm eyeballing that at about like fucking probably about a 8 ball, so probably about like 3 grams. So maybe maybe if it's a little bit light, maybe it's weighing it at about 2.7, something like that. So even the fucking scale is off here. Like everything's all fucked up here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like how long has this motherfucker been awake? Like how long has this dealer been awake? Like they don't know anything that's going on here. How long has that fucking scale been awake, dude? Like what the fuck is going on? So it's some pretty funny shit. Like I say, I'm probably gonna get banned if I were to try and put up a lot of the other stuff that I do, the other clips that I was able to manage to record up on YouTube. So I'm still an early channel, you guys. Definitely, like I say, spread this stuff out. Spread my channel out. Spread the liberty out and shit. Let everybody know about this, so that way I can get to a point where I can be a lot more controversial and not have to give a shit about getting banned fucking straight out the gate. All right. So I definitely appreciate you guys fucking checking out the video, stuff like that. It's all fun here. Fun and games. I do want to say, don't do drugs, people. Drugs are not good. They're fun. They're hella fun. They're a good fucking time. But good times will kill you. All right? I'm a freaky goddamn nature. The way that I survived a fucking decade of hardcore drug use and still seem to be relatively okay, fucking I have a decent job, I raise my kids, stuff like that. I'm a freak of nature, people. Don't try and do what I do. Don't do drugs. Make good choices, people. Peace.
Violence. What do you think about Hunter?
Because make no mistake. Sit down, you'll hear what I have to say.
What do you think about Hunter, your son? There's a video of him arguing with a hooker about how much crack he has. What do you think about that, Mr. President?
Okay. Because